The member for Thornhill.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm happy to vote on behalf of my constituents and the PC caucus to talk on this bill. I think we all, especially in the GTA, with all the traffic concerns and so many bedroom communities and commuters, we all support giving people an extra hour to vote. But I think that we also have to recognize that there are a lot of volunteers working on Election Day, and it's an extra hour for all of us involved in elections to find those volunteers, keep them fed, keep them happy, and another hour later means that till they wrap up and observe to do their scrutineering, it definitely makes the day go longer, as well as people at home who are anxiously waiting for the election results, along with all the media outlets. It means adding another hour of waiting for them. So we have to recognize that and look at why we're considering extending the hour to vote. There are advanced election, opportunities for people. Oftentimes there's proxy voting and things like that, but it's not very well understood, and I think that a lot more can be done to educate the public on their options and to maybe even encourage more people to vote in advance. I know that I've had, supporters go to vote in advance voting, either advanced voting days or at the official Elections Ontario office in our constituents, in our riding, and they were told, well, are you going to be away on Election Day? And they said, no, I just want to get it out of the way. So maybe they want to volunteer, or they don't want to take a chance that they might be busy. And they're told, well, really, advanced voting is for people who are not available to vote on Election Day. And maybe we have to change that kind of thinking. Maybe we have to have more advanced voting opportunities, make it easier, and actually encourage people to vote in advance instead of making them think that they should wait till Election Day. Now, we all know there's people who want to wait to the last minute because they're not sure how they're going to vote. So exactly, it's a tradition. People do like to vote on Election Day. They feel that they're more sort of part of the whole being engaged and knowing what's going on. And I think I've also heard from people who are concerned that their vote will get lost if they vote in advance, and maybe we have to reassure people a little bit more. In terms of who we think we're going to encourage, well, I think that remains to be seen. If we'll get higher youth turnout or higher senior turnout, maybe there's different reasons why they're not voting and they don't feel engaged in the process. I know at York University they now allow voting for my riding of Thornhill on the campus, and the campus is not in my riding, but they recognize that many of the students at the university live in the riding, and that would encourage voter turnout, which it does, I believe. The same thing can be said for the downtown core, that maybe we need to have, special, with computers, that we could have specially trained Elections Ontario staff in the downtown core that allows people from all over the province who may be downtown on business or commuting or visiting to be able to vote downtown at some, well-advertised locations from any riding, so that they don't have to run home to their riding. Because the reality is if you have an event on a Thursday evening, just extending the voting by an hour, it doesn't help people. They're not going to go back to their riding in the 9:05 and then come back downtown for an event. So I think that this is one small problem that challenges us to increase voter turnout. It challenges us to get people more engaged, and it challenges us to work a little harder at looking at other options, including online voting, which I think if you can now deposit a check online using a smartphone, taking a picture, and the banks can manage to have secure software, I don't see a reason why Elections Ontario can't work with all of us here in the legislature at finding ways to have secure online voting. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I really want to commend everybody who's speaking in support of this bill. Thanks.
Thank you.